Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rockley Smile here. We've got a brand new series we're about to start in on. This is Titan Souls. This is a game by Acid Nerve I've been waiting to play for ages. Came out as a bit of a concept game back in one of the LD competitions, made in 48 hours. The concept being, you're a dude with a single arrow, take down all the bosses, do your best, and you'll die a lot. And that's what I'm into. This is a really freaking awesome idea for a game, and I want to jump right into it and start playing it now. So I think that's what we're going to do. I want to say, though, before we get started, don't spoil the game, please. I'm playing this blind, so I'd appreciate comments, not doing that if you don't mind. I'll probably still read them, but, if I start getting spoiled on things, I'll just not read them after that point. So just keep that in mind. So there's our options if anybody cares about that. Things are set up the way I want them to be set up. Change things as you need for your own play style. So let's begin the game. New game, please. Alright, my spirit has been torn asunder, torn into 3 bits, imbued partly in the bow, partly in the arrow, and partly in me. And we are off on an epic journey to discover why that happened, I guess. So that's the main element of what we do in this game. We're going to be doing a lot of this. That's the A button to roll. We're going to be doing a lot of this, which is the X button to fire, and then X again to retract. And that is all we do, as far as I know, interaction-wise. I am using the 360 controller, in case anyone's wondering about that. You probably figured that out when I said about, the A and the X button. So we've hit the little crystal from Legend of Zelda. It's opened up the eyeball door. I'm gonna guess we're gonna shoot the eyeball door as well, because why not? And that has now opened up. Let us begin. Oh, well, I already figured this part out. We can tap it. Yep, I got that part. Tap it, and shoot the eyeball door. You've kind of tutorialized that to us already just by virtue of opening the door, so I get that part. Oh, what's this all about? It's a checkpoint. Okay, right, checkpoints are a thing. Don't roll upstairs, doesn't work. And we've got our first little hub area of, I believe, a set of 4 bosses, and if I'm correct in saying, this is probably the area that I've played in PAX, and probably partially in the demo as well. I think these first few bosses, I'm going to sort of know what we're doing. I might screw them up because I haven't played the game in a while. I'm definitely out of practice, but I will at least give them an attempt, and maybe there's some off-the-rails exploration I can do here. I mean, why put these vines here if this isn't going to be a recurring element, right? So there's got to be a little bit of that somewhere to look out for stuff, but since we're not looking for things like heart pieces and such, I don't even know exactly what that entails. Anyway, so we're going to hit these bosses. Likely that will open up this massive door at the end. That is beautiful, by the way. The music and the art direction in this are fantastic, and I love how simple and pared down the gameplay premise is. It's really pure, and I think it's the kind of thing that a lot of people can appreciate. It's very difficult as well, so maybe some people are dissuaded by that element, but don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of the difficulty part. You don't have to do a thing. Just sit back and watch. Also, if you have any interest in playing this game yourself, literally just don't watch this Let's Play, or play it first and then come back for it. Because you're going to spoil the boss fights. The bosses are basically all puzzles individually, so I don't want to do that for you. You should not have this experience ruined. You should play it yourself if you're into that idea. If you don't want to play this game, then I guess that's a different matter entirely. But anyway, let us begin the boss fights. That's all there is. It's just bosses the whole time, as far as I know. Alright, we've entered the dank sewer, and what's hanging out in the dank sewer but a dank blob with a stone heart. It doesn't want to fight me, and it actually wants to get away from me, it looks like, when I try to walk near it. So this is a kind of a cool moment because it takes, you can kind of take the, oh no, that's not really what I meant to do. I didn't realize the perspective was going to kill me there. You can take a moment to sort of just walk around the outside edge of the boss and just see how it moves and how you move in perspective to the space. And also you can kind of sample what happens if you walk into those blobs. So you probably want to avoid that. Is he pissed at me now that he's killed me once? Or he's just still passive until I shoot at him, probably. So I guess we'll begin the shooting, the shoosting, and try and pierce his stone heart with our beautiful arrow of righteous indignation. And some runes show up at the bottom. I think the way that the runes work is that, oh yeah, the more times I split it, the higher chances are that I'm just going to get crushed. So I probably want to just stick to just looking for the boss itself and not the vestigial organs of it. So yeah, I believe the way it works is the more you play the game, or like the more things you encounter, the more you uncover the runes, and then eventually you can like understand what those things are saying. So maybe on like a New Game Plus or something, you can probably go back and read that stuff. I remember they told me when I was talking to the developers, and now it's a little bit faded in my mind. So the other thing you can do is strategically pull back your arrow to try and maximize your chances of hitting stuff. And sometimes it might be the only way to hit stuff, actually. I haven't seen a lot of different strategies that need to be employed yet, but I feel like that's definitely going to happen at one point. I mean, when you have a premise as simple as freaking shoot an arrow, pull it back, and roll, like, you're going to get the most use possible out of all of those ideas. And now I just need to land one more hit here. And that should get the... Oh, careful. Sometimes you got to abandon the arrow for a bit while you get out of the way. Also be aware there might be quite a few boss fights where I simply have nothing useful to say at all. And that was a terrible shot. Oh, whoa, whoa. The slime! Oh, I think when they're super small, though, they might not be able to kill you in one hit. It's just with the heavy ones that, like, do screen shake. So I should be aware of that. Oh, bad shot. This is obviously one of the easy bosses, so don't worry too much. It's gonna get better from here. This should not take me more than a few tries. In fact, I was kind of hoping I might be able to do it on my first try, but then I freaking walked in the way of the blob. I'm surprised the blob hasn't tried to reform back into its usual blobby self. There we go. Alright, I've destroyed its heart. And I shall pull out my arrow, and it reveals a pile of souls. Or something. Yeah, probably souls, considering that's in the title and all that. Oh, look at that! It's like Fez! That's exciting. I almost feel like I've just done like a Mega Man. Like I'm gonna get sweet blob powers now, based on what just happened there. I don't think that's the case, though. Alright, so one down. And try and roll into the stairs still doesn't work. This is the cube boss. I fought this guy at least 3 times. Still gonna screw it up, though. It's very fast. It's very aggressive. So what this guy does is there's an eyeball on it, and it only opens in one direction, and it only will move in adjacent tiles, so it won't go diagonally from one to the other. So you've got to try and get out of the way before it blasts you to death or crushes you or, you know, whatever it wants to do. Somehow, though, I've got to get the right orientation without cornering myself like that, because that's exactly what will happen. I'll just get crushed like a little ant. And that's, I think, one of the things this game does really well is giving you the feeling of just being tiny and almost defenseless, but, like, you have this one little bit of hope in your arrow if you can just aim it properly and also move properly, too. And, you know, keep in mind, also, there's a mode in this that I believe unlocks after you finish the game that actually allows you to play the whole thing without rolling. So every boss can be finished without that additional dexterity option. Oh, I didn't know it would do that. That was my chance right there. I had a perfect shot. I blew it. I have no idea how many bosses there are in this also, and I'd rather not know. I'd rather be surprised. Oh, did I land the shot? That was a weird shot that I just pulled off. I didn't think I had that one. Alright, pull the arrow back. I know this is not very controversial to say. In fact, I think the developers, Acid Nerve, kind of like the idea of comparing themselves to Shadow of the Colossus in some ways, but you know, you can't avoid that comparison. You pull the arrow out, and instead of the black ooze that came out of the other ones in Shadow, this is, you know, you get this white light emanating from them now. So, you know, it's an interesting parallel, I suppose. And who are you again? I forget which boss. Is this the ice cube? Or is that later? I don't recognize that symbol, so I don't know. Let's see. Making quick work of these guys. Yeah, the ice cube with the brain inside of it. Alright, so again, I'm spoiling all the bosses. That is the way this Let's Play is going to work, so again, don't watch it if you don't want all of them spoiled, but these guys have flames. And by the way, we'll be out of this territory into Blind World, like, in one more boss, so it's not going to take long. Yeah, so that's what happens when that happens. I shoot him, and he will just slide at me. I didn't have time to pull back the arrow and roll at the same time, so that's my bad. Should have probably thought about that a little harder when I went in. We want to keep the right amount of distance, get the flame going, and try and cook that guy's ice cube right off. That is my idea, anyway. So let's do, like, maybe back here. Oh, I didn't mean to go out the door again. Sorry. Alright. Unnecessary loading screens. You've watched Bloodborne, right? So, like, this is a lot better than that. You don't have to worry too much. Oh. Oh. Alright. I think I need to leave myself a little bit more time then. Or maybe just not pick up the arrow immediately, which is probably what that one's trying to teach me right now. Man, I would love it if we could just swim out into that water and go exploring, like, off the beaten path. Maybe I can actually do that, because there's vine stuff going down right here. Oh, it's totally swimming. Awesome! I don't know if this is going to yield anything, but just the idea that I can even check it out is awesome as butts. Alright, let's go back up then. Oh, it's marked off the 2 out of the 4 of that location on my checkpoint. That's cool. I guess in case you don't know where they even are, maybe that'll lead you in the right direction. There's no necessary order out of these 4 either. You can fight them any way you want. I've just chosen this order completely arbitrarily. So we're going to do that, and then we're just going to get out of the way. And we can pull it back in when it gets off of its thrust moment. You'll see the brain lights up pink. And basically what I want to do is imbue my arrow with the fire as... Yeah, oh, it's got to be on the button, though. Oh, no. It's going to crush. Alright, thrust. Watch out. Right there. Ah. Right idea, bad execution. Oh, right there. Okay, hit it. Now it becomes even angrier. And pull it back. Perfect. That did not take very long at all. Oh, it's covered the whole ground in a weird goo. That's creepy and gross. Alright, Brainchild, give me your white stuff. Oh, that sounded bad. Yeah, so we're gonna be imbued with more souls, and we have one more dude to fight. And then, I don't even know after that. I've never seen Beyond the Veil. I hope we're getting good stuff out of this. It's gotta be worth it, right? The bosses are here to fight. We've gotta fight them. I'm the only one that exists. The only one underneath the sun who didn't get it. Alright, this guy I remember being the easiest of the 4 in the first time that I fought it, but I bet I'm gonna botch it now that I've said that. In fact, I don't even remember what the pattern is here. I think I need to, like, dodge left and right and then try and get a center shot. Also, how do I even initiate the fight? I shoot the hand? Probably shoot the hand. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, he goes back and forth between guarding his chest and trying to stamp me out. Just stamp out my life force. And then when he alternates hands, that's when you gotta get your shot in. And this is not a good way to... Oh, close. Get out. Get out. Oh, yeah, I bonked myself on the other hand. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, he doesn't even stop after the first go. So yeah, I know we've liquefied your bones into nothingness, but you were just going to keep stamping you down into the ground, trying to make some beautiful hamburger tender patties out of your body. It'd be funny if, like, the longer you played, the more messed up your character looked like or something. Like, he got more and more beat up, sort of like an Isaac thing. Maybe like a Fable thing, actually, but... so I don't think he does anything else other than that. And that's okay. Oh, I did it again! I went to dodge closer so I could actually get the shot in really quickly, and I just didn't quite work that out properly. Alright, well, no big deal. It's not like the run-up is a long distance. I will run into those stairs, though, 100,000 times. That's not going to be anything new. But yeah, there might be some lulls in gameplay at times when I, you know, have fought the same boss for a while. I don't know, maybe I'll do death montages if this gets repetitive or crazy. I don't know how much I expect to get stuck in this game. I might end up getting stuck quite a bit. But I have yet to find out what exactly the difficulty is. That was really well punctuated, wasn't it? Oh, and I landed the shot exactly in the center of its heart, too. Sorry, Colossi Man. Your hand is stuck in the air, but it is going to become dust in the wind right now. You tried your best, you did what you could, but I'm going to take all your ghouly spirits now. Thank you for trying. Try again, please. In New Game Plus mode. I feel like the first 4 souls, like, that animation almost feels unnecessary, considering they're, like, the introduction ones. But anyway, let's go open up that door, because I'm pretty excited to see the next area. Not to mention just immersing myself in this world. I just want to see more of this world and just explore it and hear the music. It's so freaking grand. Oh, the door is beautiful. I love it. It freaking glows neon. It looks like Tron everywhere. I'm giving you proper reverence and letting that door open entirely before I walk through it. I'm sorry I'm wasting your time, viewers, but it needed to be done. I hope you understand. Okay, and we become a silhouette as we engage the giant, massive staircase that stands before us. Now, will we walk entirely directly into another hub world, or do we have to go a little way before we get to the next point? I have no idea what the structure of this game is at all. That was one of the things I've wondered about through all of its development. Oh, that's definitely a hub. This is a checkpoint. Right here? Yeah. And I guess that's a platform that's going to lift us up into the beautiful sunlight. So we had, what, 8? Yeah, we got 8 spots here to conquer, and it looks like it goes off in every direction. Now, this reminds me a little bit of the LD game, in that there's this, like, meadow that we can wander around in. Oh, this is so freaking cool. I love the little wisps, the particles in the air are so pretty. Okay, I don't know what bosses I should attempt. I don't know where I should go. I have no idea what's happening, but I wanted to go off this waterfall. It won't even let me. Where's your spirit of adventure, Titan Souls? Come on, guys. I wanted to see what was below. I want to at least look at one of the bosses before we wrap up our first episode, but, you know, I get excited. I want to continue the momentum. I don't know if I'll do this daily, but it'll probably, the first couple or 3 will probably be daily. Once I get stuck on something, then I'll alternate it again with, you know, whatever else. Catacomb Kids, probably. I wonder how this will stack up in terms of difficulty between this and Catacomb Kids. Also, this walk is a bit of a walk to get to this boss fight, if this is what's in here. If we just get killed in one hit, that's gonna be... Yeah, okay, I guess I can see why that would be a little frustrating. Having to cross all that gap every time with nothing to even see or do other than just to walk. Or maybe we've gone into one of the Pokemon dungeons, and we're gonna unlock a sweet legendary Pokemon right now. The spacing, though, gives you such a feeling of how grand and open it is. Are we gonna fight the Yeti in here? Is this the only other boss that I've seen? No, we've gone up to an entirely new area. What was that? I can knock into snowballs and break them. I like that. Oh. I guess there's not really a reason to do that, but it's nice that you can. What about knock into the tree? Oh. Okay, you can hit the tree, but it doesn't knock all the snow off of it. That would have been a nice touch. I'm definitely breaking all these snowbanks because it's an option that I have. Oh, look how pretty this is up here. Is this another hub? I think it is. It is. I've already left the first area in favor of one place that I've never seen. Well, secondary, I guess, let's be honest. This has to be a boss here, right? What are you? Is this... I don't actually understand the perspective here. Oh, it's a wall, and I shot it, and it's angry now. Okay, it shoots pillars of ice death beam lasers. That's interesting. I wonder where the vulnerable spot even is. It didn't make itself very obvious, did it? So the nice thing is when I get stuck, which will inevitably happen, I don't necessarily have to fight the same boss every time. I can mix it up, like, a lot. And I'll probably end up doing that quite a bit. I love the music. Alright, so it does like a sweeping line. I can see it chasing. And I estimate probably 3 of these will show up, and then there'll be a vulnerable spot. Maybe? Or maybe not. Okay. Oh, I can't walk into the ice after it's... Okay, I thought maybe it just had to run me over. But that is not the case. Just walking into a path will kill me. I'm noticing... Well, I did notice right before I died that the teeth, or whatever you want to call them, were glistening a little bit. So I'm thinking probably I need to shoot at those. We can test that pretty quickly, honestly. Let's give it one. No? Oh. It actually... Oh, that's odd. The tower popped up exactly on top of me, but it didn't kill me until the laser happened, so I guess I was stuck in some sort of stasis. You know what would be really awful is if this game gave you, like, 100 lives, and then if you screw it up, you just don't get to play anymore, and you get to start over. That would be so frustrating. Okay, what do I do about this? Is it actually, like... Okay, I thought it was shivering, but I think it was just, like, aliasing. Okay. Oh, see, I've made a bad position for myself there. Thankfully, it gave me exactly the right amount of time to get out of the way. Where is vulnerable? Maybe I shoot the tower itself? No, that doesn't seem very likely, to be honest. Oh, you get it in... Okay, I understand now. You have the tower hit the teeth. The other option that I was given. Since it tracks your movement, that's all I have to do. No. I'm gonna go for one more over here. Oh, I nailed the one that was actually missing already. And, nope. Bad positioning. Oh, I just walked into the ice path. Alright, that sucks. Well, you know what? I'm going to wrap up the episode right now, actually. This might have been a bit on the short side, but I did already kill the first 4 bosses. And, well, I shouldn't be so proud of myself. I've killed them all before. It's not like it's a new thing. The real challenge of Titan Souls and what's going to take the majority of my gameplay time, I actually can't stop my hands from starting the next boss again. The majority of my playtime is going to be learning how to fight new bosses each time. Oh, it stunned me when it popped up out of the tower. Alright, well, I just walked into the ice, so we can end that. I understand how to beat this one. It's just about execution, and I'll figure it out on the next one. I'm pretty sure we'll nail it. So thanks for everybody that is here and watching, and hopefully you've enjoyed this introduction. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. It's always very helpful to kick off a new series with some enthusiasm. I'm very excited to play a lot of this game, and I absolutely anticipate finishing the totality of it in this Let's Play series. So if you'd like to stick around for that, then please do, and I'll see you on the next one. Talk to y'all later.